Hey everybody, welcome back. We've had a few Act 2, Act 3 losses in Slay the Spire, but we're getting there. Remember, what is Ascension 20? It's beat Ascension 19 and then add one more boss to the end. So essentially, we're kind of just losing on Ascension 19 again and again and again. But, you know, that's a very simple reason for that. Ascension 19 is friggin' hard. Still not easy. Just for the record. Okay. Though the early leg sweep. Now you're speaking my language. There was no way we're getting a free elite, so we might as well just accept, you know, where we're at here. 2 ancient potions. Ancient potion, legitimately top tier potion. So many great opportunities to use it. Give me a dash for a little offense, defense. A little OD. Like Garfield's brother. Nah. I'd rather have an ancient potion. Apply some extra weakness as well. What do we want? I want to be aggressive and go for early elite fights. I know he doesn't attack next turn, so I thought, let's... Excuse me? I thought let's invest in damage instead of weakness, but he has circumvented my my intentions. If we hit him again, he's gonna roll. I would rather wait for like a dash neutralized turn if possible. I know you're gonna weaken, yes. Beauty. Okay. This still isn't the turn where we want to pop. We know we're getting dash next turn. Pop then. And this is what we wanted. Dash neutralize. Still pretty weak. But what else are you going to do, you know? Really, a leg sweep. I mean, I'd rather apply the sucker punch to you. Just because one weakness on this guy doesn't matter at all. This is a long fight. Like, this fight is specifically... I'm not going to say designed to screw us over. But, maybe. I think we finally tilted things in our favor. Very hard for this guy to get out in front of us now. And both leg sweep and dash have been mission critical so far. I'm very happy to have both of them. So we're going to go for the elite fights. I would love to see like an all-out attack. And that's a pretty modest ask. It's at the uncommon level. Something with AoE. This one's a tough one for me, personally, because Noxious is a better card than Deadly Poison. But Deadly Poison kills faster, which is more valuable on elites early, but I'm going to let the uncommonness help me out here. Okay, so what do you do against this guy? It's so simple, it'll make your freaking head spin. Still worth playing Noxious there. You Ancient Potion his vulnerability, which is right now. And then you save like 30 damage over the course of the next 2 or 3 turns. Legitimately. Still going to be a pain in the butt. And we could Ancient Potion him again if we have to. Keep his weakness going. I know we could play a leg sweep here, but I think we're actually better off just eating the damage and not buffing him. So he's doing 8 damage, probably applying more vulnerability. We can do 16 damage plus 5. I think we can save our other Ancient Potion. I would love to save it until the 2nd floor. That might not be realistic, but that was a good fight. As good as it gets, really. Sure, I think a heal hook most of the time for us is going to be a free attack. We'll rest because we're about to fight another elite. Blue candle, by the way, not what I wanted, but it is what it is. So, this is the story of a girl that cried a river and drowned the whole world. And I'm going to cry a river and drown the whole world if I don't draw Noxious. We're doing this fight very differently than we normally do, which is we're kind of stalling. It's not a good strat. But, Noxious. All of a sudden. I would love to be able to play that leg sweep, but it is what it is. You gotta get the poison out there. It's your only form of AoE. This is the worst elite fight for us right now. But actually, to be fair, most of them are gonna be pretty bad. So, I think we just count our lucky stars that it seems like we got through this one not so badly. Realistically, I think in 3 turns we might be able to kill you. And we'll just hope for a bit more of a game-changing relic this time. We do want to be able to upgrade cards because Noxious gets substantially better. But believe it or not, I feel pretty okay right now. Like, I feel like we got a real chance at coming out of this first floor with more relics than we normally would on a silent run. You're actually dead, so don't focus any offense your way. Unless you want to avoid the dazes, which is actually, like, somewhat appropriate, but he is also dead. So we're going to have 30 HP when we leave here. That's not that bad, honestly. Now we just hope for a good relic. Always more satisfying to get to kill yourself. Bag of Prep means we draw 9 cards on our first turn. It's pretty great. I actually feel like we can make a Masterful Stab work under those conditions. And we're going to rest, because we need to. And now we choose. Do we want to fight the Lagavulin? I don't know. Let's see how the mood strikes us after this room right here. So my thinking... Oh, so good. My thinking is... within 2 turns, we will draw Masterful Stab. Not every time, but much of the time. So I think we're going to get at least... For floor fights, that's pretty good. It's like a recurring backstab. Love it. Now, it does taper off as soon as you start to take damage, of course. It's one of those times where I'd like some block, but... Who's our boss? I don't feel like I should be doing this. I need some AoE, like some real AoE to kill this guy. Are we gonna pop on turn 1? Dude, look at our hand. Yes. I hate the fact that I'm gonna use a neutralize with Pen Nib, but it does enable this. Enables that. That saves us a ton in and of itself. And then, to be honest with you, smack him again. We could use the Ancient Potion on this guy, but I think it's important to note we don't have to. I actually think now we block in order to keep Masterful Stab potentially going here. But I won't deny it does start to slow us down. But... Okay, and now I feel like a danged fool. Let's avoid the strength down. If we'd been a little faster, I probably... Oh, we avoided the... We avoided the dex down, actually. We gotta do a little bit more damage. We've taken very little over the course of this fight so far, which is very good. You think we can do 15 damage in the next 2 turns if I block twice? I think we can. Then we can get an upgrade on our campfire. I don't know what we use the upgrade on, but... Well, I'd rather deal 10 damage, thanks for asking. All we need to do is draw 1 attack next turn. Thank God. We only lost 6. Dude, Frozen Egg, very good. Sadly, I still think you take a heal hook here. Just give me some AoE, my man. That's all I ask for. Definitely should have Masterful stabbed him first. I think we maybe... It's rare, but I think we benefit from a strike here. 9 damage, that's cute. This is a run that's very good at tackling these floor fights right now. I do worry about the boss fight. I'm gonna go ahead and take that second dash, but I'm looking and I'm like, dude, how are we gonna get out in front of these enemies? And I'm gonna say that maybe Noxious plus Bloxious is how we get there. Plus, don't be afraid to use this potion to slow him way down. It's probably still worth playing right now. No Masterful Stab. It's okay. I do expect to be hit on this turn. I will be hit on this turn unless I choose to... Actually, you know, actually. We don't know what we're drawing. So we have two choices. Wait, no, he's going to split anyway because he has 3 poisons. So we definitely strike and throw this bad boy at him. Yeah, that's fine. 2 at 49. Life goes on. I still think it's actually pretty good. Let's kill the one applying Frail first, because I think by blocking, we hit our win condition of just living long enough to get our poison to pop. Now we are... Masterful Stab is no longer going to be very good. Well, actually, it's only going to cost 1 for 12 damage, which is still actually very good, and I'm wrong. Well, we're going to kill both of you. I just got to figure out, like, the best way to make it so. Seems good to me. You're going to be at 34. This will take you to 27. You still won't be rolling over. Fantastic news. Who would have thought we're actually in a really good spot on this fight? Much to my surprise. So 2 enemies with 10 HP each. No big deal. Four extra damage coming in. Cost 2 for a Masterful Stab. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay. Yes, I do think we need a die. But an innate after image is a... I mean, that's hard to say no to. You know what? Sure. I've done it already. I have already clicked it several seconds ago. You know what I like about this? We're in no man's land, brother. And it feels dang good. So, play your free cards. When appropriate, at least. You might as... I feel like an after image is worth getting out there, and then let's just hit him. We don't have that many expensive cards, but we can start to get expensive cards. Thanks, I hate it. Only taking 3 damage, but with a frailty element associated. Well... So the new strat... Actually, you know what's funny? I didn't even think about this, but I'm starting to become a believer. Weaken him. Yo, so good. We don't need a pen nib, but we'll use it anyway. Or we don't have benefit from a pen nib, really, is what I was going to say. What I was thinking is that Masterful Stab actually stands to get a little bit better now. As bizarre as it may sound. Thank God for Noxious, by the way. It'll start worse, but then after we take damage, it could become better. Alright. That could have gone way worse. We want to see expensive cards. These are not expensive cards. We sleep. Yes, we will take this. You know why? Because we're in random rules, brother. You know the expression. You're in the jungle, baby. You're gonna die. So we took healing, which seems very astute. We're going to start cutting very cheap cards. I actually think a dex potion to maybe get us through this. You know, never mind. We're pivoting. We're pivoting left. Go left. Hard right. Dude, I mean, we can't afford the Noxious no matter what. Yes, put a Wraith form in here. Good, another frailty fight. Very excited to see it. Well, I think weaken. Oh, he's already weak. Hit him with the heel hook, Dad. Hit him with the heel hook. Okay, we punch through. What do you do now? I mean, Wraith form is free. Why not? I feel like I'm hearing incredible amounts of shouting. Oh, you know what? It's the AFC Conference Championship game right now. That's right, I'm dating the video. And we're in love! Okay, give him the 1 week. Hit him with the double damage. Do people in Canada care about the AFC Conference Championship game? I mean, like, sort of. I wouldn't say it's common. But it's not necessarily, like, unheard of. Especially because the Patriots are playing, and most people my age grew up with a dominant Patriots team that's never left, so they cheer for them because it's fun to win, I guess, is a big part of it. I mean, I gotta hit you. I was hoping to draw a little bit of gasoline, but it is what it is. We're still intangible for one more turn. I gotta tell you, it's actually working out okay right now. Not great, but okay. 0 cost Noxious. Oh my word. Start with After Image. Anytime you get a lot of 0 cost stuff, I'm like, I love this. Definitely should have used it. You gotta pay more attention to Pen Nib. That's a big one. Yo, huge. Might as well give me a Nightmare. We might be able to get it on the cheap and then get a bunch of cheap stuff. I mean, we got it on the cheap. Let's try for these heel hooks. We'll see. I don't know if there's still going to be 0 when we pick them up, but I certainly hope they are. They are. And we do get to apply weakness. Pen Nib. My man's is dead. Do it like this. I know we have to hit him one more time. I was just choosing my moment, you know? I don't think any of these matter for us. Nilri's Codex has been pretty fun so far. We have double damage this turn. That'll work. Doesn't matter. We can't get heals out of it, so if he's gonna die, just let him die. Happy with our potions. It's tough. It's very tough. But I'm gonna say maybe well-laid plans. We're certainly gonna rest, and we want expensive cards. Well-laid plans is an exception to the rule, not a bucking of the trend. For now, I'm gonna say upgrade all strikes and defense. We'll still try to remove particularly our strikes. Because of Blue Candle, we'll become cursed. If only those had been in the opposite order, I'd be a little happier, but, you know, that's life. Pretty bad draw, actually. Not being able to play anything is... being able to play 2 cards out of 10 is pretty embarrassing, but, you know, what can you do? This is a very similar situation, by the way. It's like really, really bad. So we're just gonna play that, and I mean, give me a blur just in case. We're only taking 3 damage here, but 3 damage plus frailty, plus we're way behind the curve. That's the real problem. Honestly, I don't like it. Just for the record. I don't want you to think I'm proud of using that potion to do 2 damage. I'm probably wrong about this, by the way. I'm sure this still gets worse over time. Please, I beg you, more 0 cost stuff. We're hanging, but it's tight. Oh, here we go. A couple of 0 cost bangers. we want to hit you now. That's as best as we can do, unfortunately. Yeah, I'll always take a bullet time here. You know, if there's one thing I really... And this is not meant to be insincere in the least. If there's one thing I really like about Snecko Eye, it's the fact that it turns it from a game of... Hold on, I just wanted to look at the turn real quick. It takes it from a game where you're constantly worried about, like, the meta aspect, and it distills it down to a game where you're only worried about... Well, maybe it actually is better now. I was gonna say where you're only worried about the fight at hand, but even that is wrong, I think. I think it turns it into a game where you're only worried about the turn at hand. Like, now everything is like... Every fight gets its own degree of focus. As a result of the fact that it has to, because you can't bank on anything. If we can get a Caltrops, this dude is just destroyed, but I don't think we can manifest it. So what should we do? We're probably not going to play 6 cards, but I definitely would rather hit you. Like, I'd rather stop you from getting out ahead of the curve. Bouncing Flask. Very strong card. At killing particularly the bird. A little expensive, by the way. Okay, what do you do? I mean, hit him. Seems like a pretty good option. Straight up, give me the Bouncing Flask. I think that's good. He's dead in like 2 turns with a little bit of extra help. Now, I wish that he would choose to take those turns off. This guy's also causing me some problems. Yeah. We're taking 16. Could be worse, honestly. What a terrible draw. I'm finding it hard to believe that it could be worse now. We're still on pen nib, thank God. We made it. I will take a Caltrops for sure, but I'm very skeptical that we live to this campfire now. It's the expensive sucker punches are slowing me way down. I hate this guy, dude. And that's the real bummer right there. Is when you look at a handful of 8 cards and you got no cards you can play for 1 energy. It's kind of my own fault for doing the whole Snecko Eye thing. No question about it. Very happy I got the poison out there. Guess we'll take a skewer just for some curve smoothing, but this is gonna be a little rough, I think. Step 1 is just finding a way to live. I think we're dead. In fact, we're dead by like 10. Yeah. Let's start this one over. We were doing some okay stuff there. It was fun, but I mean the cultist or the chosen, whatever it's called, destroyed us. 99 gold for 2 random colorless cards is very interesting. I just have to weigh that against our odds of getting a free elite, which are okay, but this is more fun. Dude, Finesse is pretty good, and I like Madness as well, actually. The thing I will say about Madness is that it doesn't really appeal to anybody when fights are over before you can get the card played twice, but at some point in our game we'll get there. What do we need? Desperately, we need to pick up some offense. And you're seeing what happens when you don't have it right in front of you as we speak. I don't want to talk about the fact that I just discarded the free defend. That's muscle memory working against us. I've been experimenting off camera, which most of the time when you... It's a mouse! Most of the time when YouTubers say that, you should be very concerned. I deserve this 5 damage here. But I've been experimenting with, like, deadly poison. Not the concept, but the card. On the silent. And I will take blur, but it's not what I'm looking for. I actually think it's very good. Full stop. And that's why I'm going for the transformation here early. Die is a huge get for us. We needed the offense desperately. Now, I don't think we do that one. And a shop with 19 gold. Dude, okay, well, I'll say what I'm about to say, okay? Shoot, coward. No! All it had to do was hit a defend. We're in a real rough spot on this elite fight here, is what I was gonna say. We need even more offense right here would be extremely nice. I'm willing to bet on flechettes being good for us. And this is not who we wanted to fight, but so be it. 3 skills in hand. I can live with it. You know what? No, we don't care about having a extra block for next turn. Don't be a fool. He doesn't do that much damage next turn. It's the turn after that where things get terrible. This is gonna suck. Okay, we're gonna be at 34. Plenty of time. Hang in there. The problem is obvious, I hope. We just have, like, so few means to actually do damage to this guy. So basically, it's a 50-50 shot to kill him, to prevent 6 damage. You know... Never mind. That was smart, though. We got through it. Bag of prep. I love it, but simultaneously... It's not really what we want right now. No thank you. And unfortunately... I mean... We should rest, but hear me out here. I'm gonna smith the alchemize instead. Who's our boss? Ooh, the boss you want to have HP for, huh? Regal Pillow? Okay, well, at least we didn't rest before we got Regal Pillow. Or before we had Dreamcatcher. Now I'm looking like a genius. Well, not really. Okay, let me think about this. 20 damage, sure. That's unexpectedly great. Beautiful. That's pretty much what we're hoping for, is to stack up these potions, make our life easier in the future. As of right now, what do you add? I don't think Calculated Gamble is bad for us necessarily, but maybe not exactly what we want. So we want to draw flechettes, if possible. 13 damage. We take 1. Definitely not worth using a potion for yet. Now I would probably make the distinction that it is. And we'll just take a footwork. We're gonna have to be pretty tight with these fights, which is why I'm doing things in the way that you see them here. This will take you down to 37, which is fine. The Ancient Potion does not help us on the boss fight, so I think using it here is okay. And we'll try to pop on you next turn. We have used a lot of potions to make this happen, but... I think that's actually the right call in this unique situation. We gotta play pretty dang well here to make this one work. And I think we're gonna be fine. Took a lot out of us. I hope we get a potion back, because I would like to. I mean, the spirit of Alchemize right here is that whenever possible, we would really like to use potions that are not effective on the next fight, on the fight that we're currently on, and replace them with something that's effective on the next fight. So Adrenaline would normally be my choice here, but I think we actually need Sucker Punch, basically just to do any damage whatsoever. Now, I'm happy with Pen Nib, and I'm not going to attempt Fate. We really, really lack the ability to kill this boss. I think that Terror being used properly is maybe one of the few ways we punch through that. Die does 13 damage either way, I think. But I do expect this to suck, just for the record. Okay, a free defend. It's okay. We know we're going to take one pretty bad turn. We definitely want you to be vulnerable. Probably start there. 97. I don't think we popped the poison potion yet. Remember, the poison potion does 21 damage. Basically, half of that damage is in the first 2 turns. So if I can get a 6 and a 5 out of it, I would consider that fine. But let me think. 27, I'll take you down to 70. The thing is, we don't have, like, other big turns. So this takes you down to 82. This will take you down to 73, which I don't want to do. Might be... I don't know if I'm over or under thinking this. He's gonna split this turn. Well, we did get a 6 and a 5. Somehow I don't feel good. But I think, you know, we're still standing up here. We have a chance. Now it sucks. Badly. And we're dead. That happened fast. Well, for now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, click the like button. That was a great deal. We're going through a little bit of a slump, as to be expected at Ascension 20, but yeah, man, it stinks. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, click the like button. That was a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future, and follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Northernlion to be notified when we go live in the future. For now, that's what we'll see you next time. See ya!